What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dwan Burn on Not Just Music Podcast. Q in the building. How's everything today, man?
Blessed and highly favored, bro. How about you, man? How are
Good,
you?
good,
That's
excellent,
good.
excellent, excellent. Um, Coming to an end of the month with a Black History considered end of the month. But there's some things that I want to continue to push as far as like we do normally every year. But I want to talk about the Black History giants that are still alive. Considering, we've done a lot of people who are, quote unquote, past, gone on, resting easy, however you say it. But there are a lot that are still alive, the giants that are still alive. One that just died recently was Jesse Jackson. A lot of people were against Jesse Jackson in a lot of different ways, but considering there are a lot of doors that were hidden that Jesse Jackson had actually opened up. But rest easy to his soul. But I want to consider those that are still alive. So, one that I'm gonna bring up is that I feel is getting overlooked now is can he say his name now? Ooh, Al Sharpton. So I'm bringing up Al Sharpton for one reason. One reason for Al Sharpton is it's one thing to say, when there's a lot of people who come to your rescue when something tragic happens. A lot of people considerably just do a lot of talking. Al Sharpton is one person that I've known that has shown up in so many different instances for Black folks, whether if he knew them or not. And I think a lot of the era of those that are like him and that are from the past era that's moved into this era with how history has become and how history has changed over the years. That's one thing that he's always held strong to is the Black people. Now, do you know anybody else, bro? Before I move on past what I was talking about, do you know anybody? What's a giant that you know that's still alive right now that you would consider that a lot of people might look over, but at the same time they're still relevant in some instances? This could be singer, this could be a rapper, this could be whoever, movie star, whomever you feel.
Yeah. Uh. um. Hey, that's a good question, a tricky question too.
That's good.
That's
Make you
sad
think.
though. That's sad. That's sad that I can't just come up with one off the top. Mm, man, ease, bro. Ones that's like real historical that stood on the Black powerness you talking about, them type.
Either it could be is the nature of they've changed history in some kind of way. It could be, like I said, it could be a singer. It could be, a historian. It could be.
You got the Williams sisters, tennis, Serena Williams, Venus Williams. You got their father, who played a crucial role in creating them, changed tennis for Blacks. You have what's her name? No, Gladys Knight dead, ain't she? Yeah, she dead. Patti LaBelle. Um, the Clark sisters. I know I'm just saying names now, but hey, these are historical people. I feel, man.
All right, we're not gonna
I
kill
could
off
say
Gladys
some
Knight
big
though.
names. I could say some big names, but I'm gonna be honest though. They got a lot of. It's a lot of bad things attached to their name. So I wouldn't. I don't know if you would
Nah, say
classify
who?
it.
Say no. Say who you talking about. No, go ahead.
Denzel Washington. Who else? Barack Obama. Michelle Obama. I
Those
mean,
are good ones. They ain't not those. You hadn't called out a bad one yet. So you good? And by the way, Gladys Knight is still alive, though, y'all. Gladys Knight is still alive. She's very much alive.
okay. You never know nowadays.
Another reason. I'm glad I brought this up. Then this should be
man. That's a hard question.
This should be a good. It's not gonna be a long one at all. We already at 6 minutes, so this is why I'm saying it. And this is how many people actually really know and think about those, those parts where who's still here. What did they do? What did they change? What type of, demographic, situation were they tied into? Was it just, African American? Was it African American and, whites? Across the board, Hispanics? Did it cross all the demographic charts? But some just actually hit hard in the African American, demographics. They didn't want anything.
Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, that's another good one.
He Happy Birthday. His song, the hit, Little Black History. His song, Happy Birthday, is actually dedicated to Martin Luther King Jr. That's an honor to Martin Luther King Jr. His Happy Birthday that's to Martin Luther King Jr. For all the people that didn't know, that's what that song was originated for. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Nah, that's a good history. Good history fact. Now, a history fact that's indeed worthy of talking about. Now, the next history fact is what these people are leaving a dynamic legacy behind them. Like, and you can consider whether the waves of life had some turbulence. Could have been good, could have been bad. We can't control that part of the life, that part of life. But just speaking of, to make a change in what Negro consider to be Negro-like, what change did they make, or are they making changes? This is one part that I see is slowly like becoming things like nobody thinks about it. So who is next? Who's going to change that? I keep asking this question. Who's going to change the course of things, the way things are going? Like, who's the next Negro who's the head Negro in charge next, basically? Or who's going to make that next move to be like, okay, I'm the it person. I'm the one that's going to be the one that's going to be like, okay, this is going to be known for years. This is going to be known for centuries. This
why
is
you gotta call
it,
bro? I'm sorry, you just threw me off with Negro.
You gotta get it.
I'm trying to be serious.
Gotta give it the real terminology, bro. You gotta give it the real terminology.
I know.
You got to give it that real terminology. Can't give
back.
it
like it's back in the day.
Yeah, we went back with that one. It can't be just the basic word. We got to give it the one that disturbed folks. You know what I'm saying? And if nothing else though, it's not to say that it was, just given for us. You know, it was given as a whole terminology for ignorance, but for the sake of, that's what they looked at us as.
Yeah.
But again, we're at a point where it's 2026. There's only but so much people want to do with life now. You can just tell nobody's driven to like do anything that's historical. It's just like a whole lot of follow. We talk about the whole follow situation all the time, but we never like really bridge the gap to consider things again that are worthy of it. What's worthy of it? First thing,
can I say something, bro? Can I cut in with that?
Yeah.
I feel like also the reason why I think a lot of people are not making that sacrifice and doing like being that next leader is, it's not an excuse, but you know, financial, like, you know, economics. We talked about that previously. It's a lot of survival. People are in survival mode, you know, and people just trying to make it day to day, you know, living, you know what I'm saying? So I think that tends to make people selfish in a way and not care about the world. Cause like, how can you worry about a world when you barely got something to eat or your kid barely eating, you know? Like, it's kind of like, you know, that's where the mindset is, I think, 2026. And a couple previous years, COVID era on, you know what I'm saying? It's been kind of rough. So I think that's why a lot of people don't have that mindset. But then you have people
so
like Layla Edwards.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. So let's go. Let's start right there. Where you at?
Yeah.
What do you get up and do every day?
I get up and go to work, make it happen.
Stop right there. A lot of the situations where people fail to realize nothing is just gonna be like, here you go, Mr. Selfish, or here you go, Miss Selfish. Here you go. Here's a handout. It's not gonna walk to you. It's not the situation for what you were looking for is not just gonna walk to you. It's not just gonna be given like quickly. It's not gonna come like that. Like, no, if it was the case, it would already happen by now. But you're just wasting time thinking on it, harping on it, and you've already got the tools that you need, and it's right here.
We here with it though, man. You here with it. We know. I was saying the mindsets of
I'm giving people.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here. You asked a very valid thing or said a very valid thing that a lot of folk need to hear. But the thing is that's the part that people don't want to hear. That's the only way that you're gonna be able to do it. There's no other way. You can go get help from the system. The system can help you, but so much. But there's still a part of you that has to be in your brain and in your juices to be like, look, I gotta change some things. You gotta tell yourself this too. Can't just get up daily and be like, oh man, things ain't gonna change. No, get up and be like, look, today is the day. I'm gonna start today. You know, if I gotta save $2 a week, if I gotta start out $2 a week until I get to the point where I can save $5. You know, I might work it up to $7 a week. Might work it up to $10 a week after a while. You know, you got to get yourself to a point though where you're disciplined, and that's the part that a lot of blacks, I ain't gonna say the Negroes, blacks, we are hard-headed and we don't want to do things a certain way or adjust our lifestyles to do less, you know, just so we can. And this is the part where I say it makes you more humble. It makes you more, it makes things more gratifying because the case of one, you don't have to always sit here and think like, oh, I got to go make myself look good for such and such or this person or to look good for this or don't look good for anybody for the sake of a time. Just lay back for 3-4 years, lay back for 5 years. Stack your money, get yourself together, get yourself straight for your kids. And my thing is, if you already have a kid, this is the whole situation now. If you already got a kid, you got to double up your hustle. You got to triple up your hustle. What's going on? It's your boy, Dwan Barino from Not Just Music Podcast. I have a very special offer for you guys via morelabs.com. If you're that type of person who loves to drink coffee, but you don't want to always drink coffee. Or if you're the type of person that doesn't drink coffee at all, but needs a very much needed push boost in the morning, we have something for you. Morning recovery supplement. It is very, very useful. It is very, very highly effective. Also, if you're the type of person that, you got drunk the night before and you wake up in the morning, you had a hangover, guess what? It works for you too. All right. So at the end of the day, if you head over there to morelabs.com, we have something set up for you already at checkout. All you have to do is enter the code NJMP and you will receive 25% off instantly. How about that? Can you beat that? Head over to morelabs.com, all right? Peace.
Yeah. Q. Let's get it. So many girls in this party.
Hi, I'm Ebony Valentine, owner of E-Love's Braids and Beyond, located in Salisbury at 1008 South Main Street, 28144, Salisbury, North Carolina. Come see about me. I'm the baddest braider in town.
Yeah, sight.
And you see what you do to me. They make me the one to sing, Running versus cute. All of the girls that must stand on cue, Like the way you want it. Give it to me.
Because you got to work for
But
the kids.
a lot of us are hustlers before we have kids. Like me, I was a hustler before that. Like it got to be in you. And I said at the beginning of the year,
that can't.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah. And I started out this year saying, be selfish. And what you just said, sometimes you got to be selfish. Like, stop trying to impress people by how you look and save that money. Because a lot of us are living in this fantasy world where we're trying to live up to other people's expectations. We're trying to make other people like us or love us. You know what I'm saying? When we don't even love ourselves. Like, that's a cover up for how we feel about ourselves. So, at the end of the day, when you going through that hard time, ain't none of them people gonna be there. When them lights get cut off, I guarantee you them same people ain't gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? When you need something to eat, you need to feed your babies, them people ain't gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like you say, it's about getting up and getting it and being more independent and less dependent. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm at with it. I've been there with it. And it took me going through hard things to get it. A lot of things I had to fall on my head. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was at my lowest, the same people I was high geeky and going out partying, having fun with, all them chicks that was around me when I was doing good wasn't nowhere to be found when I hit a road bump. You know what I'm saying? Let me hold something. I'll pay you back. Couldn't even let me hold nothing. So I got more selfish. I told myself, if I struggled alone, I'ma celebrate alone. If I had to come up out this alone, I can live through life alone, man. And that's just how you gotta be, man. And having somebody else come in the picture is just extra. You know what I'm saying? That's how you gotta look at it. Getting a partner that's extra. But you should be fulfilled just by yourself alone first, mostly. You gotta be that go-getter by yourself. And then, you add on another person, like you say, that's just icing on the cake. My opinion.
So this is something that I was getting ready to get into. Now, I'm gonna give you a prime example of why I feel a lot of it becomes, after a certain time frame, it becomes an excuse. I'm gonna tell you why. For years and years, blacks never had anything. They had way less. I mean, you got people living in houses, 5, 6 people in one house, one bedroom, everything, kitchen, everything in one. Everybody can see everybody. Don't even got a bathroom, no none of this. But there's a part that was in them, and they wanted it. They wanted something more than what they had. Meaning now it's like everybody is so much to have, nobody wants to try to do anything different. Considerably, blacks
ain't that crazy though? when you didn't have opportunities, imagine those people were trying to make opportunities and squeeze things to make something happen. Now you got all these resources to you available to you, all this overtime, these jobs offering you. Oh, I don't want to work overtime. I'm tired. I don't want to work Saturday. But okay, but you want these things though. You want to eat out every day, but you don't want to work that extra overtime. I told you, hey, my bills kicked my behind beginning of this month. I called my mama and said, Mama, Lord have mercy. What I do, went in the next day, hey, I need some overtime, boss. I've been working 10 straights, Monday through Saturday, over 50 hours. I'm back in the green. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hustler. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you have to be a go-getter. If these resources, I'm sorry to cut in, but like you say, it's crazy how they had less and was trying to make more of what they had. And we have all this and we don't even want to use what we got. We got all this stuff like tools. You know, we spoiled in a way. Really spoiled,
and
man.
This is the reason why I'm bringing it up like this. Like, considerably doing this right now is making history. Like, every completed episode, mixed, mastered, sealed the deal, put all the bells and whistles, words together, upload it, put it out, and it's history. Now, the reason why I'm bringing it up, like, most don't do it and can't do it. So those parts where you see people that cannot do things is where your niche is. Like, some people, you might just have a phone, or you might just have a lawnmower, or you might just have a pressure washer,
and that thing just
might just
there.
have it's something around you that is driven and ready just for you. But if you don't ever put it to work and never at least try, how will the effort ever be seen? How will the history ever be created? I don't have every tool that I need to, like, be, as I say, to be the best at podcasting or the best at content creation, but I have all the tools that I need to get there though. So that's
like you just said, you got all that resources sitting around there. But what if you got that lawnmower, for example, and somebody come by, you're like, man, can I use your lawnmower to mow somebody's grass, man? They gonna, and you give them the lawnmower. They just stole an idea. Now they gonna go out there and get some money. I'm putting this with just life in general. Now they done took your idea. So long story short, you can sleep all you want. You can think all you want. But if you ain't doing it, somebody's gonna steal your idea. Somebody's gonna be moving up the chamber while you're still stuck. Like, that's with life, work, whatever. Like, you can sit there and exaggerate all you want, but life ain't gonna stop. And you only fail when you stop. If you ain't trying to move, you stuck, stagnant, you already done, you defeated. But like you say, like, we might not be the best, but we're constantly working, we're constantly moving, we're doing something. That's a lot of people just standing still out here, not doing anything. So, yeah.
That's why I said it's you have to look at the efforts. A lot of people don't even put in the effort. And that's all I'm saying. The reason why I brought up historians and ones that are still alive, you look at the efforts that they put out. Look at the efforts that they're doing. Look at putting themselves in these places that a lot of y'all won't even go. Y'all just sit at the house and consistently shoot the content about it, but y'all ain't out there in the field. You won't go see it. You won't go touch it. You won't go be part of it. You won't go march for it. You won't go, whatever the case is, you got to stand on something for it, and the efforts that you're showing, the proof that you're showing, meaning when you get on here or you show your videos and you putting it out. Don't just be the one that's just sitting here like, look at this and I'm showing you this. Be the one of the ones to be like, I'm here on site, putting in that effort and that work.
Can I say this? Yeah. And I want to send you some videos, and maybe you can put them into something though. But the year George Floyd died, me and my artist Rachel Rich was out there protesting. We was doing it in our city when George Floyd was out there. When he had died, there was a lot of protests going on. We was out there, and it was dangerous. Like, white guy pulled up with a shotgun, was like threatening to kill all the people protesting. Like, it was Statesville, North Carolina, and I actually made the front page of the newspaper, like with the march. I seen that too. As a matter of fact, you had cut my hair. I had like the fade, high top fade. But yeah, that's prime example. I'm out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. Most of what I talk about, I'm out here. I done lived it or I experienced it some way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out there as much as I can. As much as, I still separate life. You gotta work. And then you gotta, you got your stuff when you can do your activists and your podcast, and it's all about balance. And that's another thing. We gotta stop making excuses. Make time for it. You know what I'm saying? Make time for it. Even if I work a 9 to 5, guess what? I can still make time for this. I can make time for that. You can make time. You just gotta balance it. You know what I'm saying? It's about balance. So don't use, I got a job, I'm work as an excuse to put everything else to the side. No. You just gotta find an excuse.
So y'all have a idea, and this is something I'm going for, every time we put out something, it's always going to be history. That's history made. So we have a very big array of things that are going to change on, the way how the website is being created now. Is a lot of differentiation of feelings, emotions, and things that are driven towards blacks, and at the same time is creating a lane to show a lot of blacks and inventors and people that are, like I say, that's doing stuff, and you're gonna see some bad, because the case of, we need to see bad too, because that's going on. That's the only way we're gonna clear up the nature of what's going on, period, because we can't have nothing to talk about if we're not seeing any bad.
But it's a good thing about all aspects. Yes.
Yeah. If it's a good thing, once we get to the point where we can just talk about stuff that's good. But until then, the work that we
sometimes the bad things motivate people. Sometimes the bad things wake people up.
You got to talk about it. You got to talk about it. Yeah, it has to be talked about. So
scare them straight.
If nothing else, though, if nothing else, if it ain't scaring them straight, is giving them something to be like, okay, you know what? I ain't doing
them the right way. I ain't gonna do it that way.
Going down that road.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it the right way. So that's what. Yeah, it's a message. It's a message and a lesson in all this. Everything we talk about, man. It's like putting up a mirror and showing you. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people, we're that mirror to a lot of people. Like, we might touch on something that might be you, and you can think about it. And I hope you think about it and resonate and be like, okay, like, I might need to correct that. I might need to think differently. Like, that's our goal. That's the goal. You know what I'm saying? It's to actually have it resonate with you. You think hard on it. So yeah.
If anything, if nothing else, you can be motivated by something. Be motivated by somebody that's doing something. That's doing something that's moving in a direction that's gonna change what the course of life is. We always speak of things like that. I try to always give something that's life driven, and also, hey, do better. Fix this. Keep God in your life. Ask for help, stuff like that. That's all that stuff that needs to be given to folk. Not just the hey, look who's hating on who today. Hey, look who's beefing with who today. Hey, look who's Hating on who today? Who's beefing with who today? That's commonality now. I think that's about getting old with some folks. But y'all can come over here. Y'all can get some stuff. We got something for you that's positive, Drew. Anything to say one more last time, bro, before we close this out? We done.
Yeah, we done. QuincyMurdoch.com, man. Y'all check out my website.
Again, people be one of the ones that's gonna change the world, man. There's still a lot to do out here. There's still a lot of inventions that need to be invented, stuff that needs to be recreated. AI ain't gonna last us but so long, so we gotta find some kind of loopholes that's in there. There's some black folks that's out here that's coming up with some stuff. But stick around to the next time. Autism community, I love y'all. Y'all continue to stay motivated. Don't let none of the stuff that's going on, especially with the person that you're taking care of, or the person that's in your life, don't let it get you down. It's a green light in there somewhere. It's a very bright light in there somewhere too. Just keep pushing till y'all see it. Till next time, we love y'all. Peace.